who you're selling to. So you have to get really niched down. You have to know, pick an age, pick a job, create one customer. That's who. And when you sell, you're selling to that one customer. So you will never say you guys in anything. You're going to say you. And it takes some training to think that way. Like when you're marketing to one customer. So that's why you don't need thousands to get started, right? Because you're going to know who you're selling to, and that's going to make it really easy for you to decide on what products you want to get into. So yes, if you know who your customer is, Carrie put a great comment in there. Who is your customer? Drop it in the comments and tell me who your customer is. What product? Are you selling a product? Do you have an idea of what you want to sell? Put that in the comments. But remember, unless you have thousands and thousands of dollars, you have to figure out your niche, and you have to figure out your customer, right? That's how you do it with less money. If you don't know what you're doing, money can fix it all, right? Let's say I just want to open a store and I don't really have any direction and I have like 50 grand to blow on it. Yay, that will probably work. If I have all the other things in order, because I have money to waste. Because when you don't know who your end customer is and you don't know what you should sell to them, that's when you get into wasting money. So 3 things we learned today, 3 misconceptions. Anyone can do it because everybody can't do it. 2, you don't need an online store. You actually do need an online store to be effective and successful. 3, you need thousands to get started. You do not need thousands to get started unless you don't have any direction and you don't have time or interest in figuring it out. And if that's the case, you probably shouldn't be doing it in the first place. Okay? Do you have an age range as a young adult? Yeah. Oh, okay. Evelyn says young adult. Yeah. Tonya's selling paparazzi, which is accessories, right? Yeah. So who else? Tonya, who's your customer? I would guess with paparazzi, it's going to be probably the 35 to 55 age group. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So which one surprised you the most on those 3? Which one shocked you? I know I was kind of surprised because I thought when I first started out owning a business or wanting to own a business, it didn't really occur to me that like it might not work. I was very driven, right? So I didn't really think about it potentially not working. I was willing to do whatever it took to make it work. But when I work with a lot of women and I see ladies give up, that's the most common reason for them not being successful, is they just give up. And it's so sad to see ladies put months into something and then they just quit because they give up on themselves. And that's what it is. They're giving up on themselves, and or their why is not strong enough. They don't have a strong enough why, because that why, I used to think, oh, what the heck is a why and why do we need one? Well, it's the most important thing, right? When you're a business owner, why are you doing this? See, Evelyn, yeah, if you're super focused and you know those things that we talked about, you have a better chance of being more successful than someone that starts out with $10,000. Because I've seen ladies start with thousands and then just give up on themselves. Yeah, Jennifer, it's possible if you don't have a lot of income. Like I was saying, you can start with $500 to $1,500 and be successful, but you have to know your why. Why are you doing it? You have to know who your customer is. and you have to have a niche. You have to know what you want to sell, and you have to know where they hang out, right? How do you find these customers? The most important thing is, how do I sell this? When you look at a product and you want to bring in a product, or you want to start selling a product, how do you sell it? You figure that out first, you know? And with the online business, you actually sell the product before you even make it. With online education and things like that, I don't waste my time going and creating trainings and then try to sell them. I sell the trainings and then I create them, because I don't want to waste my time making something that people won't buy. So the same thing goes for, you know, a product. So when you first think about, okay, I think that I want to sell this. I want to sell jewelry. Okay, where are you going to sell it? That is the most important question. Do you know who your customer is and where you're going to find them? Right? Because anyone can buy products. Anybody can say, oh, I have a business, I'm going to sell jewelry, or I'm going to sell, you know, custom tees, or anything like that. The question is, can you sell the product? Okay, let me go through over here and see. Tia thought it was going to take thousands. Yeah, no, not at all. But you have to have it organized, right? You can't just go and spend money. And definitely, if you are following me, do not. I forbid you from going to Alibaba and buying product. Don't do it, because it's like the Wild West over there, and there are no standards. And I've talked to tons of women who spent lots and lots of money and got their product and it was bad quality, and you're stuck with it because they make it really hard for you to send it back. Tanya says the jewelry sells itself. Yeah, and you know why? It's because paparazzi has marketed it, right? Paparazzi, I guarantee you that company knows who their customer is. And they know where to find them. And that's all it takes. Yeah. Pretty interesting, huh? Okay, so type in, if you're watching this later, or if you're watching it now, type in, if you know who your customer is, who are they? What product are you selling, or what product do you want to sell? And where does your customer hang out? How do you find that customer?